Welcome back, everyone. We're joined now by Major Carl Lamb with the Maine Army National Guard. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thanks, Peter. I appreciate you having me here. And the Maine Army National Guard prides itself on being always ready, always there. And you could add a couple more to that, namely always busy and always hiring. So thanks for having me on to talk about that.
Absolutely. We're glad to talk about that today. But first, I want to talk a little bit about how the Maine Army National Guard works so hard to support the Army's active component around the world.
Absolutely. So a lot of people don't realize that the National Guard is both a federal and a state asset. So what that means is the days of us being a strategic reserve are over and the days of us being an operational reserve are here. And what that means is that much like the active component, though maybe not as frequently, we do get taskings to support the active services. In the past several years, we've had units that have supported operations in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. So it's really an opportunity for small hometown Mainer to have an impact across the world.
And maybe to get some travel in as well, if that's something that is important to people in their careers.
Absolutely. Adventure is certainly one of the main reasons that people choose to wear our nation's uniform. Absolutely.
So let's talk about some of the career opportunities that are available right now within the Maine Army National Guard.
Sure. Maine is a small state when it comes to the Army National Guard, but we do have a wide array of opportunities. We do have jobs available in not just the infantry, but logistics, administration, military, police, aviation. We've got a whole bunch of opportunities available, and we're always looking for qualified young and not so young men and women who are interested in serving their state, community, and wearing our nation's uniform.
That's fantastic. And what are some of the traits, other than being committed to our country, but some of the traits that you're looking for in people who might be looking to take this journey?
The biggest thing is that you're willing to take on a persona that's more than just your own and be a part of something much larger than yourself. And we have a lot of ways that you can do that. And in addition, there are some benefits that come along with that, whether that's a tuition waiver, whether that's low-cost health care, but also the adventure aspect that we already talked about. So we're always looking for brothers and sisters here in Maine that are willing to join our ranks.
And it's not just abroad, but here at home. There's so much community involvement that you all are taking part in. Talk to us about some of the events you have planned this summer.
Sure. So summer is typically annual training season, and one of the big things that the Maine Army National Guard has been involved in for annual training for the past several years has been what we call Innovative Readiness Training, or IRTs. And what that is essentially we take tasks that soldiers and units have to do, have to train on to perform their federal mission, and we pair that with local needs. And so what that means is not only do you get a unit and a soldier that's ready to deploy and serve their country, but you also get a benefit to the community that we live in, work in, serve in, and raise our families in.
That's incredible. And if people want to get in touch, want to learn more, maybe apply for a career, how can they do so?
Absolutely. You can call 1-800-GO-GUARD. You can go to nationalguard.com, or you can look us up on Facebook at the Maine Army National Guard Recruiting and Retention Battalion. Send us a message and we'll be glad to talk to you. All
right, and we'll have that information along with this interview posted on our website, foxbangor.com, so make sure to check that out. And Major Lamb, thanks so much for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, and your full forecast is coming up next. Stay with us.